Hey everybody, Dan here, stockmarketmentor.com. I want to look at Apple today. The market started out, you know, not really weak, but it did after after China announced that they had basically some crappy economic numbers with respect to growth, retail, all that kind of stuff. Started off on a negative foot, and frankly, I think that part of it might have been, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, might have been kind of what's happening in Afghanistan. Typically, that type thing wouldn't roil a market, but I'm just sitting here kind of wondering. In any event, we're still up and the trend's still intact, so that's a good thing. I'm a little more cautious even than I was last week. And when I say cautious, what I'm really talking about is looking critically at all of my positions, and I just want to keep the ones that are working. The ones that aren't working, I kind of don't have as much patience for them. And I'm just speaking in generalities here, but I don't have as much patience for them as I might, and maybe I need to have more. But I just kind of like to cut down my account every once in a while. It's kind of like I'm going out and weeding the garden and taking away the stuff that doesn't it's not really working for me. We'll put it that way. But one of the things that is working is Apple. Now, I put this out as an active trade back here on the 14th, so almost 2 months ago. And this was a really, really good entry. You look at where it was on the 40-day. We'll move this to the 50-day moving average, which is where it should be. This was a pretty good, here, I'm doing work while I'm talking. Okay, this was a really good entry here. Right at the 50-day moving average, stock trends up. And when you get in a stock at the right time, you actually have some ability to be creative, because then the stock comes up here, and I was talking about this in today's training session, that your first add-on could be here after a little pullback and then a reassertion of the trend, 3 down days, not really a big deal, and then followed by an up day. So you're buying here, and then the stock keeps going. And I mentioned when I turned this on, or when I opened this trade, this wasn't the kind of stock that you'd really like get rich trading, like buying Tesla at the bottom or something like that. But you wouldn't really go broke. It's Apple. And so now we're up about 16% from where we were, and this has basically been a pretty smooth trade. It's been sideways. You can see this. I don't have to count the days back. But that kind of leads me to the present time. So I believe that this is actually a breakout that you can add to, and maybe give it just right below today's intraday low. It's a bit higher than the 50-day moving average than I would like, and it's all just relative to what has gone on before on the particular stock that you're looking at. So, I look at this and it kind of feels a little bit high, but what, kind of trumps that analysis, hope I didn't trigger anybody, pardon me if I did, what trumps that analysis is that the stock's been in a volatility squeeze. It's been kind of squeezing for a while. And so when I see this, then this kind of forms a new base, so to speak. So you could buy this stock here if you wanted, and keep a 5% stop down here. It's clear down at the bottom of this box. You could even take it down here, 6.5%. All I'm saying is that this is actually not a bad time to be adding to your position. Could you be taking an initial position? Sure, you can. Just make sure you've got a stop that protects you in case the stock does retreat, in case it needs more time to rebuild here before it ultimately moves higher. But I like the way Apple's trading. I actually just bought some more today. I like it. I hope you do. I hope you're making money, and I hope you join me at stockmarketmentor.com trial. And then after that, my suspicion is you're going to like it and you're going to stick around. Okay? I'll see you next time.